Hi guys, Inky Vaper here, another video for you, and today I've got something in my hands. Can you guess which hands it is? Well, it's there. This is the Minivolt by Council of Vaper. Now, this thing has gone mad in the last week or so. This has been released and it's just gone completely crazy, and understandably so in my opinion. This is a 40 watt, yes, 40 watt regulated box mod, this big. Tiny, absolutely tiny. Now, the previous mod that you've probably seen me review is the Kangside Vamo box. So just as an example of the difference in the size, it's about the same height, it's a lot slimmer, and it's not anywhere near the same sort of depth to it, if you can see that. They knocked it out of the park with this one. I know this is going to be a bit of a spoiler because we've not even done the down close stuff, but it's just a phenomenal little piece of kit. Now it's only got a 13 mile battery in it. It's recommended that you run at 0.5 ohms and above, and I'm currently, and I'll put the ATI on and show you. I've been running one of my favourite little drippers, the Hasta, on here, which is just absolutely sweet as a button on this. I think, as you can see, just the perfect. I mean, I have got big hands. I've said this many times before. I have got big hands, but look at that. You can't even see it. Now I've got a 1.4 ohm or thereabouts build in here. I'll just put this up a bit. Now the cycle on it is reasonably fast. It goes up in 0.1 increments, and then it goes up. After a while it starts to go up at 1 watt increments on the scrolling. It's not bad. The screen's quite small, but it's nice and bright, it's viewable. I'll show you that in the up close, but generally speaking, these little OLED screens don't come out too well on the camera, so I just thought I'd tell you, it is actually quite bright. It's quite a nice clear display, even for somebody who's as blind as I am. But I'll just have a quick vape. Now, that's at 30 watts. That's giving me a really nice vape. Now, obviously, this isn't going to last you. Vaping at 30, 40 watts, even on a 1 ohm coil, it's not going to last you all day, but it does last you a good while, I've found, if you go plus the 1 ohm. I've used tanks on it, I've used drippers on it. It hasn't let me down. There's things that we'll talk about afterwards. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited about this little bugger. It's just so cute, and in my opinion, really classy looking. I think it's one of the nicest looking little mods that I've seen in a long time, and it is just absolutely wee. I mean, look, literally, it's like 3 fingers wide. It's just tiny. In fact, I was saying the other day in a hangout that it's almost at the point of being too small for somebody with hands the size of mine. But it's a great little piece of kit. Anyway, again, I'm frothing. So we'll go down, have a look up close at this. Hopefully the camera will play ball and stuff. And then once we've done that, we'll come back up, and I'm pretty sure you've already guessed what my opinion is of this, but we'll go through a few of the pros and cons on this, and I'll see you then. So let's go down. Okay, here we've got the packaging that the Minivolt 40 watt box mod comes in. As you can see, it's a sort of a tough plastic case. These stickers on the end sealing it up. There's different bits. There's a QR code on there. Open it up. There's an instruction manual. Goes through all the specifications, etc. That to one side. Okay, and then inside here we've got like the biggest box for the smallest mod ever, really. There's all this cardboard gubbins, and inside there there's a little thing, a little card from Council of Vaper, a little warning, basically saying while this device can read 0.2 ohm resistance atomizers, we recommend 0.8 ohm and higher for longer battery life, and I agree with that. Something with a 1300 mAh battery like this doesn't want to be being run at that kind of sort of low ohms, really. Right, I'll just move this out of the way so that I can get to the main event. Right, now I need something just a sec on. Something pokey. Okay, so here we have the Minivolt itself. As you can see, it's written on there. We've got this like carbon fibre effect on the outside here. Now, the website kind of alludes to it being proper carbon fibre. After some discussion on the Safer Vapers group, it appears that it is actually quite a thick sticker. It's got like a 4M carbon fibre skin that's been put on here. Nonetheless, it feels very nice. It actually does look very much like carbon fibre. You've got your up and down buttons here, power button there, screen up here, which we'll just see if we can get that to focus. It's not playing ball. Right, let me just see if I can zoom in a bit. And turn off autofocus and give it a go. Just a sec. Alright, there we go. So, what you do is, if you want to change the watts on this, you press down the up button and then the fire button, and it will start to flash. Once it starts to flash, you can then press the plus or minus buttons, which will increase or decrease the watts. Once you've got it to the watts that you want, press fire, and that's that locked in. So effectively, it's constantly got a wattage lock on, so it won't just adjust in your pocket. And this definitely is going to go in your pocket because it's a tiny mod. You also got like a power boost. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. Camera's decided not to focus again. Hang on. Let me just see if I can get a better. It's really tricky because this thing is so tiny. I'm trying to get up close, and I think my webcam is having difficulty dealing with it. Right. So as you can see at the bottom there, it says standard. You've got three different sort of like power modes on this, a bit like the M class really by Yeehee. So you press the bottom button, the down button, and then the fire button. That starts to flash. As you can see, it's flashing standard. If I press plus, start again, timed out. So it's flashing. I can go to power, which is basically it fires for 1 second at plus 4 watts. If I press the down button again, together, right, and then you've got soft, which is minus 4 watts of what you've set it at, and then it will go back to normal. Oh, and it's locked itself again. It's only timing out really because I'm not paying attention because I'm talking to you guys. I've never had any problems with it giving me any grief the rest of the time. So that's at standard, which is what I keep it on. Okay, so that's 26 watts. You've got a USB port on the bottom. Not the greatest place to put it, but given the size of the little thing, can't really complain as to where they've put it, to be honest. I think it would have been difficult to find anywhere else to put it. I'm sure that they went through all the different options, but USB on the bottom's not my favourite. Let me just zoom out a little bit again. more. Yeah, USB on the bottom is not my favourite, but you know. The quality of the finish on this is like a rubberised finish, very much like the Sigeli 150 watt temperature control mod. It's got that kind of rubberised black paint on it. It's very, very nice, very grippy. It's stood up. I've had this for a week now. I've been rocking it virtually every day since I got it. Absolutely love it. We've got a 510 pin up top here, which is sprung loaded. It's reasonably stiff, but it's a little bit wobbly, to be honest. But then at this kind of £25 price point, what do you expect, really? Now that's it with, this is what I've been rocking it with, the Hasta RDA, which I think looks absolutely funky as hell on there. I've got that built with a dual coil 28 gauge 12 wraps, I think, came out at around 1.3 ohms, so plenty of battery life, and still getting a nice decent vape, which we'll show on the once you'd have seen me vaping on it in the FaceTime stuff. So and I just put this on here because this is just funny. This is my Scrape RS, which is built to about, on average, built between 1 and 1.5 ohms all the time. I don't tend to go low ohm with my Scrape, but I think that looks really funny on there. This is custom made tip by Vince's Tips that Jay, a friend of mine, bought me for Christmas, which is rather cool. But that's by the by. But as you can see, the tank's actually as big as the mod, but it still makes for a very stealthy vape. Okay, so just while we're here, I'll go through a few of the little specs on here so that we know where we're at. Okay, I'm just going to read them off the sheet, so I'll just pop that down there. And okay, so we've got it fires from 5 watts to 40 watts in 0.1 increments of range. There's the soft, standard and power ramp modes that we showed you on the screen there. The length is 35 millimeters. The width across here is 22 millimeters, and your height is 56 millimeters. Weighs 96 grams, and yeah, it's aluminium and got a carbon fibre sort of wrap part to it. They say it's carbon fibre. I don't think it is. Somebody, like I said, somebody on Safer Vapors said that they've actually managed to peel it off, and somebody else said that they had like a little bubble which they sort of pushed out on the carbon fibre. So that kind of tells you that it's not actual proper carbon fibre, but it does look like it, and it is in my opinion very well made, especially for the £25.99 price tag that I paid for it. So there we have the Minivolt 40 watt box mod dinky tiny little wee little thing, and we're going to go back up top now, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Welcome back, guys. Again, this is the Minivolt from Council of Vapors. I got this from Puff Daddy. I'll put a link to where I bought it in the description below. It cost me £25.99, which I think is an absolute bargain for something that's as well made and as good looking as this little bugger here is. As you probably know, I'm not. I vape various different styles throughout the day. So mainly during the day, I'm a mouth to lunger with my tanks. That's kind of been changing recently. I've been getting more into my sort of more open draw stuff and a bit more lung hitting and stuff like that during the day, and I think that's got a lot to do with this sort of the recent crop of RTAs, but we'll go into that maybe in a vlog or something. But anyway, this thing, I've been using it constantly since it arrived a week ago today. Every day I use it. Now I've had to recharge it, obviously. It's only a 1300 mAh battery, And I think that's probably one of its first cons for some people. When you're building something this small, you are gonna be limited to the amount of battery life that you can have on it. Now, it is pass-through apparently. I haven't used it in pass-through, but it does say that it's pass-through. I've seen people on the net using it as pass-through. I don't like the idea of vaping with a cable attached to my mod, but needs must sometimes, I guess. If you were really desperate, you could just stick the USB lead in the bottom there and carry on vaping. This, in my opinion, is the battery life on it obviously isn't sparkling, but then you can't expect it to be for this size of device. The other minor con is that it does time out after a while. Now it says it's 10 seconds, but it seems to me like it varies depending. It just seems to sort of like make its own mind up when it's going to switch itself off. Once it switches itself off, then you have to do the 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off deal, 5 clicks on to get it to wake back up again. But as soon as it's woken up and the screen's displaying, it hits every time. As soon as you press that button, there's no kind of pause or delay, so that's good. But yeah, I think it does it. They say it does it for sort of power saving, and I guess I can see why they've done it with a battery this small. You don't really want your mod to be sat there sort of in standby, just ticking away, eating away your battery the whole time, because it's going to last you even less time then. The buttons, not particular. I don't know if you can hear anything there. They're not particularly clicky, but then again, they're not particularly squidgy. It's sort of like in between. They're nice feeling buttons. They protrude enough from the actual case of the mod so that you can actually feel where they are. I love the right. We're sort of going into the pros now. I love the fact that you the way that the power's changed, which we showed you in the up close there, because it effectively you've constantly got a lock on, so it's not adjusting itself in your pocket or anything like that. You won't accidentally up the watts or whatever. The buttons are a hard enough press so that they don't. I've never had it fire accidentally in my pocket or anything like that. And it obviously after a certain amount of time it times itself out and turns off anyway. The design, the feel, the look of the thing, as I've been gushing about all the way through this video, I think it's absolutely perfect. I think it's a lovely little mod. I have heard tell that there's going to be different colours of the carbon fibre coming out. There's going to be different versions with the different colours, but I've not actually seen any of those colours, so I'm not going to say what they are. So far at the moment, the only ones that I've seen for sale are the little black ones like this. As I say, $25.99, a perfect little stealth mod. It's a great little conversation piece as well. It is just as cute as a button. I mean, for people who've got small hands, it would be a godsend, I would say, because some of the mods are, they're like house bricks, aren't they? For me, like I said earlier, sometimes feel it's almost too small, especially with a dripper on it, because I kind of sort of having to put my hand into a claw to be able to vape it, but it's I've got no complaints about its actual performance though, and yeah, I'm really impressed with it. If you're thinking about getting one, $25.99 is not a massive amount of money for anything these days, and to be perfectly honest with you, if you're even contemplating getting one, get one, because if you can get one if you can find one in stock, they do seem to be very popular at the moment, and they do seem to be sort of whistling off the shelves right now. But if you can get hold of one, get one. In my opinion, it's a great little mod. It's not going to set the world on fire. It's not going to appeal to people who want to be sort of pumping out shitloads of watts and sub-ohming like mad, or running a sub-ohm clearomizer on this is going to be pointless, because to be honest, I doubt you'd even be able to vape a tank full on this. but as a little nice little device to just have in your Zippo pocket in your jeans, or you know, for the ladies, stuck in your bag as a spare, as a little, you know, a little sort of thing to just pop in your pocket to go to the shops. It's a great little device, and it really does do everything that you want it to do. So without any further ado, I'm not going to carry on frothing about this, because it is. So we'll leave it there. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Click the like button if you like, and click the dislike if you don't like it. I'm always happy to get comments down in the comment section below, so please do that. And Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon.